breaking two words just ended a 75-year alliance. Israel sent Britain a message so brutal, so final, that Prime Minister Starmer's entire government went into emergency lockdown within minutes. No diplomacy. One of my 6 sources, speaking on condition of anonymity, called it a national security nightmare. Not an exaggeration. Not political spin. Those were the exact words used. National security nightmare. Because this isn't about hurt feelings or diplomatic embarrassment. This is about British citizens potentially being put at greater risk because the intelligence flow has just been cut off. And Israel wasn't finished sending its message. Their foreign ministry released a statement clearly designed to send a warning to every Western capital watching this unfold. Quote, "The United Kingdom has chosen sides. History will remember its decision." That single line did more damage than a 1,000-page diplomatic protest ever could. Within hours, global markets reacted. The pound dipped against major currencies. Middle East oil futures jumped, and investors around the world started asking the same question. Did Britain just turn itself into a diplomatic pariah? But hold on, because there's another layer to this that could explode into the biggest political scandal in modern British history. According to leaked diplomatic sources, and we're talking multiple independent confirmations here, Israel is preparing to declassify intelligence documents. These documents allegedly show secret meetings between senior Labour Party officials and Palestinian leaders that took place before Britain's recognition letter was made public. Think about what that means. If those documents are real, and if they show what Israel claims they show, then Starmer's recognition of Palestine wasn't a principled moral stand. It was prearranged political theater. A coordinated move planned in advance with Palestinian officials. The optics of that would be devastating. Conservative MPs are already sharpening their knives. Opposition figures are using words like betrayal, deception, and national security scandal in the same breath. Demands for a full parliamentary inquiry are growing, with some comparing this to the Iraq War dossier controversy and calling it one of the gravest breaches of public trust in decades. And here's the kicker. Even within the Labour Party, whispers of a cabinet revolt are getting louder by the hour. One government insider told reporters that during emergency security briefings, Starmer looked visibly shaken. Quote, "You could see it in his face. He realized this isn't just foreign policy anymore. This is about political survival." And that's not an exaggeration. If those Israeli documents are released and they prove secret pre-coordination, Starmer's government could collapse within weeks. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, the United States is absolutely furious. Anonymous State Department sources are now leaking to the American media, and the message is blunt and unmistakable. "We warned them this would happen." There's even talk, still unofficial but coming from multiple sources, that Washington may quietly punish Britain by freezing it out of key defense contracts. We're talking billions of pounds in trade, cutting-edge military technology sharing, joint operations. The so-called special relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom, the alliance that has held firm since World War II, may be fracturing in real time. But here's the twist no one saw coming, and this is where the geopolitical chessboard gets truly interesting. Instead of isolating Britain, Israel's hardline, game over response may have triggered the opposite effect. Spain has announced it is fast-tracking its own recognition of Palestine. Ireland's foreign minister delivered a speech defending Britain's decision, and strongly hinting they will follow the same path. Even France, a country known for carefully playing both sides on Middle East issues, had advisors quietly leak that Paris will not be intimidated by pressure or threats. And perhaps most striking of all, the United Arab Emirates, a key Israeli ally in the region, has just announced a £5 billion green energy partnership with the United Kingdom, right in the middle of this unfolding crisis. That wasn't a coincidence. It was a calculated signal from the Arab world that they're backing Britain's gamble. In effect, they're saying maybe it's time for the West to stop following the same tired script. What we're witnessing here isn't just Britain versus Israel. It may be the opening move in a major realignment of global alliances. And the wild part is that it all started with 2 words. Back in Britain, public opinion is now split straight down the middle. Social media has turned into a full-scale battlefield. Hashtags like #GameOverUK and Stand with Starmer are both trending at the same time. Half the country is calling him a traitor who has wrecked Britain's security for virtue signaling points. The other half is hailing him as a visionary who finally gave Britain an independent foreign policy instead of blindly following Washington's lead. But here's the data point that should make every politician stop and think. A new poll conducted just 48 hours after Israel's message shows that 61% of UK voters believe Britain should not apologize to Israel. That number isn't falling. It's rising. Maybe the British public sees something the political class doesn't. Maybe they're tired of being America's junior partner. Maybe they want their country to act like an independent global power for once. So what does game over actually mean in real terms? Is this just a diplomatic freeze that will thaw out in a few months, or is something far more dangerous brewing beneath the surface? Intelligence analysts are now warning about possible cyber retaliation. Overnight, British defense networks and government systems experienced unexplained technical anomalies. Brief outages, strange access attempts, unusual data traffic patterns. Coincidence, maybe. But after a message like "game over," nothing feels like a coincidence anymore. Israel has a well-documented history of cyber capabilities that rival those of any nation on Earth. If they wanted to send a message digitally, they have the ability to do it without leaving obvious fingerprints. And here's what should keep every world leader awake tonight. This crisis is no longer confined to Britain and Israel. Every Western government is now being forced to make a choice: recognize Palestine and risk potential Israeli retaliation, intelligence cutoffs, and American displeasure, or stay silent and watch your own citizens lose faith in your moral authority while the Arab world questions whether you're even capable of independent thought. What Israel did with those two words was send a warning to every capital city on Earth. Loyalty has a price, and breaking ranks has consequences. But they may have made a critical miscalculation, because right now, across Europe and the Middle East, governments are watching Britain stand alone under fire. And some of them are starting to wonder whether it's finally time to stop letting fear dictate foreign policy. This is a high-stakes poker game played with oil, weapons, intelligence, and the lives of ordinary people who have no voice in these decisions. And Britain just went all in with a hand that could either win everything or lose it all. So here's the question that really matters. Did Keir Starmer just commit political suicide, or did he accidentally become the spark that ignites a complete reshaping of global alliances? Because if Spain, Ireland, France, and others follow Britain's lead, the entire Middle East power structure doesn't just shift, it collapses and gets rebuilt from the ground up. And that two-word message wasn't only sent to Britain. It was sent to every ally watching, every nation weighing its options, every leader wondering whether they have the courage, or the recklessness, to do what Britain just did. The next 72 hours are critical. Intelligence agencies are on high alert. Diplomatic channels are burning with emergency calls. And somewhere in Tel Aviv and London, officials are gaming out scenarios that range from quiet reconciliation to something far more serious. What do you think happens next? Does Britain back down to save the alliance, or does this trigger a domino effect that changes everything? Drop your prediction in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of this story as it unfolds, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I guarantee you this is far from over. This is the kind of geopolitical earthquake that reshapes the world, and you're watching it happen in real time.